Upon the death of Nero in 69 AD, the Julio-Claudian dynasty came to an end. This began with Caesar, Augustus, Tiberius, Caligula, Claudius, and eventually Nero. Now his death created wide instability because before only Julio-Claudians could rule. It was unthinkable for anybody else. But Galba revolted against him and took over as the sole Roman emperor. Galba was very cruel to his troops, performing the long buried practice of decimation, where men would die under it to promote stability, to promote discipline, but it was very cruel. And so his soldiers started to hate him. So this is why his rule was only 6 months, because another contender for the throne was Nero's drinking buddy Otho, who eventually had him assassinated with a Praetorian guard and his head paraded through the streets. Now, Vitellius was also revolting at the time, but nobody had known this. So him with the Rhine legions were moving down south with another man, I believe was named Valens. But Otho took power, became the sole Roman emperor, and then he fought a battle against Vitellius. Now, after he lost the battle, he committed suicide to end the civil wars, which is one of the most noble deaths Roman emperor ever had, due to him not wanting to drag it on. But then Vitellius took over. Vitellius existed. He really didn't reign long enough to have any accomplishments such as Otho or Galba, who couldn't have any accomplishments either. But anyway, in the Eastern legions, a well-respected administrator named Vespasian also revolted and was marching towards Vitellius. Eventually, when Vespasian defeated him, he became the sole Roman emperor and killed and deposed Vitellius. But let's talk about what's happening in the East at the time of Galba, Otho, and Vitellius. So Vespasian and his son Titus, who was a good military commander, were in the East putting down the Jewish revolt that had broken out under Nero's reign. Because remember, Nero never saw it before he got killed. So Vespasian and Titus are down trying to put down this revolt. But when Nero dies and Vespasian hears this, Vespasian leaves, leaving Titus under the command to put down the Jewish revolt. He left the command, and during the siege of Jerusalem led to the destruction of the first temple. The second temple, sorry. The first one was destroyed under Nebuchadnezzar. Obviously, this is a big event in Jewish history, and even Christian history, because the destruction of Jerusalem was holy in both. But let's talk about Vespasian in the West putting down Vitellius. So, whenever Vespasian executed Vitellius, it put the end to the year of the four emperors. Vespasian being the last one out, and being his own emperor, which I'll rate in tomorrow's video. Here's the situation currently. Vespasian starts the Flavian dynasty, and all opposition is crushed. Here are my rankings for all of the year 69 emperors. Otho is C tier. I'd put him F tier, but he killed himself, preventing more civil wars, so I think that's pretty honorable. Galba, F tier, performed decimation and was not a good emperor. And Vitellius couldn't accomplish anything, so I'll put him also in F tier. Although, you can make a case that Vitellius should be C tier, because we don't really know what he would have done. But we don't know what any of them would have done, so I'll put him along with Galba